Harry Truman wanted to get things done. He got tired of excuses, tired of everyone passing the buck. So he had a sign made for his desk that read, "The buck stops here." Likewise, when people have places to go and rely on you to get them there, they don't want excuses either. So when they go to their local boarding zone, they want to be sure the bus stops here. The boarding zone, also called the bus stop, is like a train station. Passengers gather on the platform and wait for you to pull in so they can get on. But it's not always that easy. To safely drop off and pick up your passengers, you may have to negotiate a few obstacles. If you're a paratransit driver, each stop can be a new experience. However, if you're a transit driver, there's a lot of routine to your pickups. Pull it in, pick them up, get the fares, ho-hum. Unless a boarding zone is located on a far side stop or a car is illegally parked in your zone. In this program, we'll show you how to maneuver your bus in 4 different boarding zone situations. It's probably a good idea to take notes so you won't forget these important principles. The 4 areas are: 1. A boarding zone with 100 feet or more available, also called a clear zone. 2. A loaded zone, which is a boarding zone with parked vehicles or other objects that are present at the zone boundaries. 3. A blocked zone, which means vehicles are parked illegally or other obstructions are inside the boarding zone. 4. A boarding zone located on the other side of an intersection, also known as a far side stop. Let's do the easy one first. When you're picking up passengers from a clear boarding zone, use the following procedure. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Put on your right turn signal at least 100 feet before you intend to turn into the boarding zone. This will alert both the vehicles behind you and your soon-to-be passengers. 2. Start to angle into the boarding zone when your rear wheels are parallel to the front of the last parked vehicle. If there are no vehicles near the zone, start to angle in when your bus is approximately 50 feet from the boarding zone. Pay special attention to your right mirror to be sure no vehicle decides to try and pull up along your right side while you're angling in. 3. Stop 3 feet before the service stop or bus stop sign at the corner. Be sure the bus is parallel to the curb or road edge and 6 to 12 inches away. Announce the stop in accordance with local policy. Warn passengers as they are exiting to watch their step. Ask passengers to exit the rear of the bus. Once the exiting passengers have gotten off and the new passengers are loaded on, have paid, and are safely behind the safety line, check the overhead mirror to make sure the passengers are seated or holding on. You're ready to leave the stop. Put on your left turn signal, check your left-hand mirrors, and look out the left window to look for a break in traffic. Also, check your right side mirrors and right side doors. Make certain there are no pedestrians in front of your bus and that any traffic signals allow you to go. If the lane is still clear, cautiously ease your bus into traffic. Watch your left mirror to make sure no vehicles try to take over the space cushion. And watch your front space cushion to be sure no vehicles cut in front of you to make a right turn. Stop the tape now and review loading and unloading at clear stops. In a loaded zone situation, the full boarding zone is available. However, parked vehicles or other obstacles up to the boarding zone make getting in and out tricky. Ask yourself, do I have room to get my bus parallel to the curb and within 12 inches? If not, pull parallel to the curb approximately 4 feet out. If you can get within 12 inches and parallel to the curb, use the procedure just described. Otherwise, do the following. 1. Put on your right turn signal at least 100 feet before you intend to turn in. 2. Start to angle in when your rear wheels are next to the front of the last parked vehicle or when your rear wheels are next to the obstacle. Your angle must be sharper than it was previously. Bring your rear wheels parallel to the curb line or road edge. 3. Keep an eye on your mirrors as you pull in. Make sure no one tries to pass on the right side. When you're ready to leave, put on your left turn signal, check your mirrors and windows, and look for a break in traffic. Make certain there are no pedestrians in front of your bus and that any traffic signals allow you to go. Cautiously ease your bus into traffic. Keep your scan going. Watch your mirrors to make sure no vehicles try to enter and take over your space cushion. Watch your right side as you pull away. It may swing wide to the right. And watch your front space to be sure no vehicles cut in front of you to make a right turn. Stop the tape now and review loading and unloading at loaded stops. If there is an illegally parked vehicle or another obstacle blocking any part of your boarding zone, here's what to do. 1. Signal at least 100 feet before the boarding zone. 2. Instead of pulling in, remain parallel to the vehicle or obstacle, making sure that both bus doors are clear. Watch for vehicles that may attempt to pass on the right side. Pull close enough to the vehicle to use it to block traffic to your right. Warn your passengers they're exiting into the street and urge them to be careful. When you're ready to leave, put on your left turn signal. Check your mirrors and windows and look for a break in traffic. Make certain there are no pedestrians in front of your bus and that any traffic signals allow you to go. Cautiously ease your bus into traffic, knowing that most of the bus is still partially in the flow. Watch your mirrors to make sure no vehicles try to enter and take over your space cushion. And watch your front space to be sure no vehicles cut in front of you to make a right turn. Stop the tape now and review loading and unloading at blocked stops. Far side stops have a few peculiarities that merit your attention. First, as you approach the intersection, do not activate the right turn signal. If you use your turn signal at the normal 100 feet before the boarding zone, most vehicles will assume you're turning right at the intersection, and they may pull around you. Or worse, cars on the intersecting street may pull out in front of you. Instead, put on your turn signal in the middle of the intersection and start to angle into the boarding zone. Aim for a point 10 feet from the service stop sign. Second, stop in the boarding zone 6 to 12 inches from and parallel to the curb, and 3 feet from the service stop sign. If the rear of the bus can't clear the intersection because of parked cars or other obstacles in the boarding zone, treat the stop like a blocked zone. Load and unload your passengers. In general, board passengers from the front and exit passengers from the rear. Warn passengers of any and all hazards near the service stop. Do not open the doors until the vehicle has come to a complete stop. And never open the doors onto a hazard, such as a tree, a large puddle of water, or anything else that would inconvenience your passengers. Check the rear doors and be sure they're clear before you leave a service stop. Remember, check your stepwell spot mirror and never leave a stop until all the passengers are secure and the doors are closed. Stop the tape now and review far side boarding zones. Take a moment to go over general loading and unloading procedures. Remember, you learn principles in the classroom. You must practice them in the real world to make them a part of your daily routine. Use these procedures every time you take your bus out on the road. And thank you for your attention during this important program. Your commitment to safety and professionalism is important to Laidlaw.